we are halfway to the winter of 2020, which was really tough for anyone. It has taken a whole lot of toil from our lives, and it's been really hard for people to just cope up with their activities. So I know books are certainly the escapade from this world. They surely give us a chance which would help us to escape from this world and feel the bliss of reading. So here I am, so to give you some of the winter book recommendations. Though I have made a YouTube shorts, a 15-second video for that, I thought of enlarging and expressing my opinions upon each book which I was going to show or recommend to you. So make sure you watch till the end so that you would find something useful maybe. These recommendations may contain some of the books which you already have read, so I would be the happiest person if you would comment down your opinions or your reviews. Hello everyone, thank you so much for watching 8 Peak, that is Among the Pages, where I talk about the books and the content written among their pages. Well, if you're the first time here, then this is Achyut Murari. I'm a medico from Osmania Medical College, plus a poet, plus a booktuber. When I speak about the books only because of my passion. So consider subscribing, like, share, and comment if you like the way I have been reviewing books and telling my opinions about the books which I have been reading. So without further delay, let's get started. So yeah, here we are with the first book recommendation, and that is undoubtedly The Chronicles of Narnia. Ta-da! This book, if you have been watching my videos for some time now, I am the most a fan of this whole series of The Chronicles of Narnia. It intrigues me more and more each day because Mr. Lewis, the author, has taken us into a whole roller coaster ride of each and every emotion. There are humanitarian emotions, there are a whole spectrum of different thoughts, different sects, different emotions which were put into this plot. There's obviously evil, which is a lot more stronger, and I just love every part of this book. And I am recommending this book for this winter because, this book has all the setting throughout this book is of a winter, because the Ice Queen has set an eternal winter. Obviously, the whole the plot revolves around only in the winter. So I was certain to recommend you is The Kite Runner by Khaled Hosseini. Well, I know many of you must have read this book already, and this is a personal favorite for many of the Khaled Hosseini's fans. There's a Splendid Thousand Suns. There is When the Mountains Are Cold, and all these books are, certainly they are taking place in Afghanistan, and this book especially has its plot where the author and the protagonist Amir is actually from Afghanistan. And I have recommended this book for the winters because there are some pages which certainly bring winters to life. There is a whole lot of experience, there is a whole lot of small memories which the author and his friend have felt when was a winter. And the kite festival, which is actually the major plot twist of this book, is also a tournament which was conducted during the winter. So the winters have been so beautifully expressed in this book. The next book which I was pretty sure to recommend was The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. Well, basically, this book was written for NaNoWriMo, which occurs on, it's an annual writing competition. I know most of them know about that. So this book was actually written in 3 whole installments. The Night Circus actually, as the title suggests, is about the night circus, which is actually not constant. It just travels on a train, and it's actually bluffed as a caravan. Never mind. So this night circus just moves on, and it has a whole lot of circus vibes. It has a whole lot of enchantments. It has a whole lot of conspiracies, plots, and a lot more. There's a whole series of drama which goes on, but this drama was very sure to hook you up and make you read this book. Well, personally, I felt that this book must be read with huge concentration because the major most intriguing part of this book is having a non-linear fashion of narration. That is, the book is written, the one of the chapter might be written with one point of view, whereas the second chapter will be written from another point of view. So the book is written from different points of views of the different characters. So the core plot actually is Celia is daughter of Mr. Prospero, if I'm not wrong, and Marco is an orphan who was actually taken care by Mr. A.H. and I remember his name, Mr. A.H. itself. Okay, so pardon me for that. So these both actually are one of them is an illusionist and other one is trained to become one. So actually they both are fixed into a duel where any one must win. If they would be freed from that night circus only when one of them would be dead and the other one would survive, obviously. But the plot twist comes when the protagonists actually fall in love with each other. That is, Marco and Celia fall in love with each other, and they are in no situation to kill each other so that they can escape from the night circus, and eventually they both die together. So they are turned into ghosts and they wander around the night circus alone, and because they are turned into ghosts and there is no one to take care of that circus, and there is the life stone which is being removed from the circus, the whole circus collapses. So as to protect the very basic form of circus, the protagonist, that is Celia and Marco, find another guy. I don't remember the guy's name, and there are two more twins who take care of the circus and take their authorities into their hands, and they continue the whole legacy of the night circus. So this book was pretty short because it has a whole lot of vibe in that and a whole circus vibe in that. So I personally like the experience of how the beautiful imageries were painted in this book, how even the tents, even the gymnasts, everything was perfectly described in that. So I would certainly recommend this book for a winter reads, and that is A Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. The next book which I was pretty sure to suggest or recommend was this, that is Cain and Abel by Jeffrey Archer. I again know that this book is like the most famous book. It is everything. Most of the people know about this. Everyone knows how beautiful the plot was actually, without the fact that this was written way back in about 1970s or so. But this book still stands here with its all aura and stunning plotline. Well, I won't say this is any mystery or fantasy genre. Basically, this is written with having a whole lot of humanitarian vibes. There is a whole lot of vibes of humanity. There's vibes of how actually the fates entangle with each other and they cause a whole lot of distress. So this book majorly speaks about the fact that at certain point of time we come across a certain person who finds us, and the fate is destined. We are destined to meet that person, and our fate gets entangled with them, and our further story is a journey with them. So this story is about Cain and Abel, both of them who are no, one of them is the son of a rich merchant and the other one is actually an orphan, if I'm not wrong. Because I haven't read this book, unfortunately. This was on my January TBR because December is decked up, so I was pretty sure to make to put this book on my Jan TBR. So I have listened about this book from my friends, and consecutively, if you are pretty sure, if you're watching some of my videos, my past videos, then you must be pretty sure that I was into The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by B.E. Schwab. Well, this book certainly, it has got a mixed reviews. I have read spoiler-free reviews about that in the blogs and my booktubers. I have found pretty mixed reviews about this book. Some of them found it pretty unreasonable and a lack of character development. Addie, which is the actual protagonist of this book, is there are multiple lives for Addie, and she's about 300 years old. That is what I know all about this book because I haven't read this book yet, and this is my December TBR. And this is personally my own December recommendation, and that was my own winter recommendation. I'm pretty sure I'm going to complete this book so soon. But the plot takes a whole lot of time to develop actually, and that is what I think is the major drawback of this book. But Victoria Schwab, she nails every form of the book. She nails every form of the plot. I love her way of writing. There was Vicious, which was awesome. I know she writes well, but I am a bit hesitant to complete or continue with this book. Again, if you were watching my previous videos, then you were pretty sure that I am in love with The Fault in Our Stars by John Greenwell. The Turtles All in Their Own Way was pretty good. I left it half read, sorry for that, I pardon. But The Fault in Our Stars is basically a story about, it was made into it was made into a Hollywood movie with the same name. It was made into a Bollywood film called Dil Bechara starring the late Sushant Singh Rajput. Well, this was all the story which we all know about, but The Fault in Our Stars basically deals with the perspectives of two protagonists who are having terminal illnesses. One of them is having osteosarcoma and one of them is having the cancer of thyroid gland, and the protagonists are Hazel and Augustus. Well, the story plot continues with a whole lot of twists and turns, but I basically am recommending this book even for winter recommendations are, I have recommended this book even for, for students, children of 10 to 14 years of age, because this has completely that vibe. Though it has a little tinge of romance in that, but I don't think that would ever affect the ways people have been reading this book. So this book basically describes how their struggles are and how they find love with each other, even despite of having known the fact that they are going to die very soon and they are not going to live so far. But this gives us a whole lot of vibe, and great lesson which I have learned from reading this book is our problems from day-to-day lives are just nothing as compared to people who are actually facing humongous amount of problems, but they still are standing on their foot and leading this life with a whole lot of joy. So I personally recommend this book, at least for the facts of optimism. So that's it, guys. Those were the winter recommendations which I sort of putting before you. I hope you love them. If at all you know some of the books, if you at all you have read the books, some of the books which I have recommended, then please share your reviews about or your opinion about those books in the comment section below, so that I can know how you have felt while reading those books and what was your opinion about the plotline or anything of the way. I have been reviewing books and sharing my honest opinions about these books. Then please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe on my channel. And it gives me a whole lot of encouragement to push my limits forward and share my opinions with you guys. Till then, we'll meet on the next video. Bye bye.